Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
And Richardson will throw to start out here. And his throw here is incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Richardson looking to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Flushed out, and it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field.
Trap 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Top low 18.
Now Richardson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here comes third and about a foot. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go. Panther streak. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Richardson to throw off play action. Rolling to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Gay's kick is good, and the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The home-standing Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man complete to Miller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense over here, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the tight end goes in motion left. 2nd and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. Dancing away at the 35. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. That's complete to the rookie from UCLA. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Richardson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Richardson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Then he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
But that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Warrior 70.
Now it's Richardson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, 32 yards. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return, Trey Tucker. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Slot man moves right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Inside handoff now, Miller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. Have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Miller will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to it before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Third and 3. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Working down at the 49. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now this taken in by Downs. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete to Pierce. Into space at the 45. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Now Richardson back to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, stop it.
Richardson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Richardson looking to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. Now Richardson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, someone's closing in on the lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Richardson. And he's got it. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Finding room at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here. Complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So here we go. The Colts will go for 2.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Richardson will throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Check pass.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
19, 5 here. Drop 50, drop 50. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw. Richardson. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here we go, start.
Back to throw again. And the Raiders have got him. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Raider first down, 17 yards. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. He may go. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kendra Miller with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Richardson. And this complete to Mitchell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
18
Richardson to throw it. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Richardson. Escaping the pressure right.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now. Here's Richardson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Here's first and 10.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19. 18, Pioneer. Trap 50, Trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Here's Richardson to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
To throw again on second down. Richardson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
18 Rattlers, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, Panther 11, Panther 11.
And Richardson yet again. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
19 Lions. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now it's Richardson. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for two here. One last shot for Richardson. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit. force it a bit further.
33.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touch.